Yeah, hello everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Boakye-Yiadom, digital marketing training consultant. Today, we want to understand how digital marketing works. You've heard of the various channels of digital marketing, or you're aware. There's social media, there's SEO, there's email marketing, there's content marketing, video marketing, PPC. And then you're wondering, so how does digital marketing work? Is it just about posting on social media? Is it about ranking on Google search engine results? Basically, how does digital marketing work? You really want to understand. We're going to look at that today, right? So just stay tuned. I'm going to take you through theoretical and practical aspects to give you a detailed understanding of how digital marketing works, right? Stay tuned.
All right, so how does digital marketing work? How does digital marketing work? It works in the funnel system. I'm going to do a bit of explaining theoretically, and then I'll move into the practical aspect to give you an example. I think that will let you understand more how digital marketing works, right? Understand the theoretical aspect of it. So, digital marketing works in the funnel system. That's where you have awareness at the top. That's where there are a lot of people who are going to see your ad or your product or your service, right? A lot of people. So after the awareness stage, a part or a percentage of the people will move into the consideration stage. And then it moves in that manner. Also, a percentage from the consideration stage go to the purchase stage, and also another percentage move into the advocacy stage or the loyalty stage, right? So that's how digital marketing works. So the awareness stage is where people get to be aware of your product or service. So that's where maybe you chance upon an ad or you were searching for something online and you came across a web page, right? And then you decided to read about the blog, or you searched on something on YouTube, and then you became aware of the product or the service, right? So that's the awareness stage. It's about reaching out across board, right? After the awareness stage, you go to the consideration stage. So that's when after someone has become aware of your product, the person then begins to think through, why should I purchase this product? Why not this other product? There are other similar products like this. Why should I purchase this? That's where the person begins to ask these questions, and the person begins to go into research to find out more about your company or your brand, your product, and also if he or she should purchase your product. Once the person is convinced, the person moves to the purchase stage, and that's when the person is ready to make a purchase, right? To make a decision, right? And after the person has purchased the product, the person moves into the advocacy stage or the loyalty stage, and that's where the person can, recommend your product to others, or becomes a loyal customer. So in the awareness stage, it's about attracting a lot of people, as many people. It's about attracting a lot of people, many people. And this is done through the various channels. So it can be done through SEO, it can be done through ads on Google or social media, it can be done through email marketing. It's just to create awareness. So any platform or channel that can be used to create awareness is used. And it can go across email marketing. I mean, if I've subscribed to a particular brand, I receive a lot of emails from them. So if they want to make me aware of any product, right, they send me an email and then they make me aware of the product. So that's one way I may become aware of a particular product, maybe the latest product the brand has come up with, right? Social media, I may see a post about the company, right, or the brand. I may be aware of that. So this is the awareness stage. So you have a lot of people being aware of whatever the product is or the service. After this stage, there are other channels the person will interact with in the consideration stage. So I become aware of the product, but then I begin to wonder, is this product the right product for me? Considering costs, considering the qualities of the product, I begin to search, read people's reviews, social media comments. I search online, I go to the websites, read people's blogs. So these are, so you can see that some other digital marketing channels here. right? You can see digital marketing channels here. So an individual will do all these research and will also once again interact with these various digital marketing channels. Now, once the person is convinced, the person will then proceed to go to the shop or purchase the product online, right? But then it works in the funnel system. So if you're having, let's say, 1,000 people seeing or being aware of your product, you may have, let's say, 70 or 50 move into the consideration stage where they think about your product, if they are interested, why they should go for your product, research into the brand and all that. And then you may have, let's say, 20 people purchasing your product, right? And after they've purchased it, they move into the advocacy stage or loyalty stage. They recommend your product or decide to leave a testimonial, right? So that's how the funnel works. Now let me go practical. I mean, this theory based lab. Let me go practical to give you an understanding. I'm going to use a campaign, right? One I did myself to give you clarity into this funnel, how digital marketing works. All right. So I was holding a webinar, right? I wanted to hold a webinar where it's a 2-day live webinar where I go, I teach people practical steps into starting a career in digital marketing, or to give them an overview into digital marketing and also help them into how to approach digital marketing whenever they wanted to start a career or start learning digital marketing. So this is the awareness stage. I came up with a flyer and I leveraged social media. I use both organic and paid methods. So that's at the awareness stage. A lot of people saw my ad. I mean, thousands of people saw my ad. So that they were aware of the webinar. Now, after they were aware of the webinar, some decided to click the link they found on the ad, or some decided to, on the flyer, you see scan to register, but there was also a link I placed in the ad for people to move to the next stage. So it's about taking people through the various stages of the funnel in digital marketing. It's not only digital marketing, it's marketing. It's something that is broad across marketing. Yeah. So this is the awareness stage. People saw my ad, and then some decided to click the link. So they went from just awareness stage to consideration stage. So here's where my landing page. So this is the landing page. A landing page is the page you land on, right? When you click an ad, right? Whenever you see an ad and you click the ad, it leads you to a landing page, right? So this is the page. This is my landing page. So there's a consideration stage. This is where the people get to understand more about what the webinar entails. So practical guide to start my career in digital marketing. So I decided to describe the webinar, highlight the problems the people may be facing, the solutions they receive when they attend the webinar, register for the webinar, the benefits of joining the webinar, and the various sessions, the time. So I give more details about the webinar. So here's where you can get someone to, decide if he's interested. I mean, I try to convince the people in this stage. And there are various ways of going about the consideration stage. I could have decided to make it a video such that after clicking the ad, you come to this page and then it's a video where I speak to you and talk to you about the webinar and why you should enroll in my webinar. So that's the consideration stage. Some were interested and then they decided to move to the next stage, that is to register, right? It's a paid webinar, so they had to pay. So it was always a percentage, right? Not everyone. So that's why it's a funnel system. So some decided to register. So they entered their details, their name, email address, and paid their amounts, added their phone number, and made payments. So they made payments. So they were at the purchase stage. They made payments. So after making payments, this is the page that was shown to them. Thank you for your successful registration. So that's how the funnel works. After they went through the program, the webinar, I later asked them for their feedback. So that's where the loyalty came in, or the advocacy. So some decided to leave a testimonial, give me some feedback based on the webinar. Yes. So that's a recommendation, right? And also, they decided to leave it because I asked for it. But then some will just inform their friends that, I mean, you want to learn digital marketing, contact Girard. He's very good at it. Yeah. So that's the recommendation aspect. So they've been through the purchase stage and then they've tested the product of or have had an interaction, and then they decide to recommend the person. So that's it. So I hope there's been a practical walkthrough into how the funnel works. So this is the awareness stage. Consideration stage, they get to know more about the product. Yes. And then purchase stage, they make the purchase. Yes. And this says thank you. And then after that, some move on to recommend me to other people. Yeah. I just explained this funnel. So the awareness stage, consideration, purchase, and advocacy. I hope the explanation has been clear now. Yeah. So for my awareness stage, I use social media. I use social media, right? And I use both organic and paid methods, right? Consideration stage was also still I used it was online content on my website, a landing page where I decided to write out some text, right? Purchase stage, they made the purchase online. Advocacy stage, they can decide to tell their friends about me, right? So this is what the digital marketer designs or drafts out, that there's supposed to be a campaign. You are supposed to market this product or these goods. So they will sit down and say, okay, the awareness stage, how are we going to create awareness of this product? The consideration stage, what are we going to do in this stage? How are we going to convince the people? How are the people going to make the purchase? Is it going to be online or offline? What's going to happen here? You get it? So this is what the digital marketer or the team, the marketing team, is going to come up with, right? And then there's something called the customer journey. Now, the customer journey is the path the customer takes from the awareness stage till the person purchases the product. But then the funnel, the digital marketing funnel or the marketing funnel, that is created by the advertiser or the company that is marketing its product. Yes, so that's the difference between the customer journey and then the marketing funnel.
I hope this video was very helpful and now you understand how digital marketing works or how campaigns are formed or created. And I believe it's been helpful. If it's been helpful, why don't you share? Why don't you like? And why don't you subscribe to my channel so you stay updated whenever I upload any video on my page, right? Thank you so much. Catch you another time.